What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Matt Stingray. Thanks for checking in to the Rock the Watch channel. Guys, today we're going to do a full review of the Pagani Design PD-1644, the Pagani Daytona. Let's rock this watch. Guys, so there it is, the Pagani Design PD-1644, the Pagani Daytona. So, as you can't tell already, it is an homage to the Rolex Daytona, and in this case, it's the Panda with the white dial and the black subdials and the black tachymeter bezel around the end. So let's get into some of the specs and features of this watch. This watch has a 39.5 millimeter case measured from here to here. The thickness is 11 millimeters. The lug to lug is 48 millimeters. It does have the male in links, which extends that length out to 53 millimeters. Okay, the lug width is 20 millimeters. That's a very good size. The movement in this watch is a Seiko Mecha Quartz VK63A. It has a flyback chronograph. And if you guys don't know what a Mecha Quartz is, it's part quartz, part mechanical. And if you can see that's, misaligned right there. So that is how it happened to snap back the last time I used it, and I figure I'd leave it and show you some of the issues I've had with this watch. But let's talk about the actual watch. It has 100 meters of water resistance. It has a screw down signed crown with the Pagani Design shield on it. This watch does have a sapphire crystal. It has solid end links on the bracelet. The bracelet is 20 millimeters at the top, tapers down to 16 millimeters, and back up to 18 on the Pagani Design signed clasp. Now the bracelet also has screw links on it to adjust the bracelet. So the clasp is obviously a copy of the Rolex style. It's okay, although that's one of the many things wrong with this particular example that I got. So as you can see, the bracelet is polished down the middle, brushed on the side. The brushing and polishing, the finishing on this watch, I have no issues with at all. It's very nice, actually. Digging the bezel, really cool. Digging the color scheme there. Digging the dial, it says Pagani Design. I like the red sport right there on the dial. All in all, it's a very good looking watch. I mean, obviously it's a copy of a Rolex Daytona, and those are awesome. The size is very nice too. I like the way this sucker wears. Now, I have not fitted this to my wrist for a couple of reasons, and I explain why. I did not rock this watch for a month. This is one of the only ones I did not rock because there are some major issues with this watch. Now, with that being said, guys, please remember that this is a sample size of 1. Some of these problems, though, I have heard are people speak up in other videos and say they've had similar problems. So it seems like there might be a pattern. These might be some reoccurring problems with the quality control on some of these watches. So let's see, at least look at what it looks like on my wrist. So, but before we do that, quick wristwatch check. What am I rocking today? Today I am rocking my Tudor Heritage Black Bay with the red bezel. This is a beautiful watch. Love this watch. So let's get this off and let's get this Daytona on the wrist. Like I said, I did not fit the bracelet on this one because I have some things to show you. But I can, that's what I'm too. But I can see why. I can see why the real Rolex Daytona is commanding such a high price. This wears awesome. I mean, it is a perfect size. Look at that. It just wears beautifully. It's not super thick either. I mean, it's a good looking watch, man. So I'd imagine that the Rolex has all the quality control that this one lacks, and is, you know, it's Rolex. So it's the very good quality. Oh, also, geez, it has, let me open it back up. It has a diver's extension. If I can, there's another problem. There you go. Little diver's extension thing. And as you can see, it was hard to open. It's super hard to close. So what do I like about this watch? The price. I think I paid $63, and I will roll in a screenshot of the receipt I got. Bought this on the 10-year anniversary of AliExpress, like a couple of other watches you might have seen on the channel. And I believe I paid $63. We'll confirm it with the graphic right here. The way it wears, the size, the thickness, the styling, the look, the red sport in there, little splash of red in there, I think looks really good. Other than that, yeah, not a fan of this particular watch. Again, sample size of 1, but some of these issues, if you guys, if you have this watch and you have some of the similar issues, leave a comment down below, let me know. But let's get into that long list of issues that I've had with this watch. Now, I'm going to roll in some of these issues. I'll roll in macro shots when appropriate of some of the things that I found with this watch. Number one, first thing I noticed when I got it out the box, it was sitting, let's see if I can get it. I forget what size it is. Yeah, there it is right there. When it came out the box, it was sitting just like that. So look at that. This Tudor don't do that. You can crumble this bracelet all up. Look at that. Falls right down, right? Not this one. Crumple it all up. Crumple it all up. Look at that. So that's, it's really, now that would probably work itself out, but look, I can do it the other way. So it's very, obviously you can't feel it, but it's especially right there when it crosses over that apex, and right there, it is super gritty. The fit is ridiculously tight. And now, like I said, if I sat here and worked it, it would probably go away. It's already loosening up a little bit, but I noticed that's not good. You take it out the box. I took it out the box and I was like, what the heck? So there's one negative. The clasp. I don't know if you noticed it when I tried to close it a couple times. It is very wobbly, and it's right there. Check this out. That is a ton of play. So if you're pushing it down like this, look at that. It's totally misaligned, and you got to push it over, squeeze it. Now, you know, it's just, that is a ton of movement in there. Do I get that with the Black Bay? No. And look, I know what you're going to say. It's not fair. I'm comparing a $3,000 watch with a $63 watch. But guys, this is for, honestly, this is why a lot of people will save up their money and buy luxury watches, because for the most part, they don't have all the issues that these come with. So another one is it on this side? And like I said, guys, where inappropriate, I will roll macro shots in. Look at right there on the links. There is like schmutz in there. See right there too? Like maybe where they silver soldered it together and they didn't do a very good job. I think it's on both sides. Again, I will roll in a macro for you to see it. It's really bad on this one. Now, look at the underside where it has solid end links, and yes, it does. But look at that right there. Look, I can catch my nail on it. It's more schmutz. I don't know if that is, I don't know if these pieces are metal injected molding. I don't know if they're MIM parts, that's what MIM stands for, metal injection molding. And that's from the mold, but that's metal, guys. That's leftover metal right there. Okay? The pushers, as you can see, it is misaligned. And if you guys are unfamiliar with how these watches work, you unscrew these. These are screwed down to help with the water resistance. You unscrew these to start the chronograph. Chronograph hand is at the top, 24-hour dial, running seconds sub-dial. And this is a 60, or is that a 30? It is a 60-minute timer right there. And the date is right there. And as you can see, I'm recording this at like 11:48 at night. And so the date is in the middle of shifting. To start the chronograph, you click this button. And there it goes. Clicking along. Okay, to stop it, click it again. Now look at it. Look at that. There's an issue right there. Look at this. Now I'm going to pull it out. It's sticky. It's real sticky. I'll start it again and look at how slowly it rebounds. I'll stop it again. Look how slowly it rebounds. Okay, because you can see a little bit of gap there. But when I start it, you don't see the gap. See that? I stop it. Look how slowly it rebounds. Now this one, I will return it to 0 and let's see if it does. It's inconsistent. Sometimes it returns really close. Sometimes it's just a tiny bit off, and sometimes it's way off like it was when I started it. So this one will reset the chronograph hand back to 0. And look, that's stuck way in, guys. That's stuck way in. And look, the chronograph is pretty damn, that's pretty darn close. I'd call that almost right on. Although it is a little off center to the right of that 12 o'clock indice, or is that dial cockeyed? Because look at the dial, look at the 12 o'clock indice, and look at the 60 right there. Look at the 120 and look at the indice right there. I believe the dial is cocked just a little to the left as we're looking at it, at the face of the dial. Look at this pusher is still stuck in. I'm going to pull it out. Look at that. We'll start it again, and I'll do this a couple times to see if I can get it to not go back to 0, because it's very inconsistent. It might do it once every 4 or 5. Very slow to return. There you go, right there, boom. Caught it on camera. That's a little bit farther off to the right. So that's a big issue. That pusher is also still stuck in. Let me pull it out. See that? There's another issue. Now, I'm going to show you another issue that I have with this watch. Look at the crystal. See if we can catch it. That crystal is just ever so slightly cockeyed. If I can catch my nail right there, but right there comes right off. Now, to demonstrate this, I got a little cup of water right here, and we're going to see if it holds. We're going to put a little bit of water on this crystal, and I'm going to tilt this watch just ever so slightly and let that water, see if I can get it. See how the water is not? The water should just roll off, and it's not. It's hanging out there. See that? Now it started to go. Now put a little bit more on, and we'll go on this side. and it rolls right off. It's really hard to pick up there. You can kind of see it right there. You kind of see a slight dome. And right there, nothing. There's actually a lip. So as you can see, the crystal is cockeyed. That's another problem I have with this watch. Another issue I had with this watch. This crown is very gritty. Very gritty. I can feel it coming out. It does not pop out. It is horrible. If you could feel it right now. And look at, did you see that? I haven't even unscrewed it all the way, and there goes the hand pulling back. I cannot pull this sucker out. It only has one position. And now look how I'm turning it back, right? If I start turning it forward, that date is going to move. Watch this. I can't get the date to move. And see that? I'm pushing it in, but and as I'm screwing it in, let's see if I can get this. As I'm screwing it in, see the crown screw in? The crown screw in? The crown is screwing in and the date is changing. Look at that. And it just stayed on set. Look at that. I can't change the date. And oh God, it's so gritty trying to come back out. And look at me turn the wheel. Look at the play in this. Look at me turning the crown, and the hands aren't moving. Look at that. I am turning that crown and the hands are not moving. Look at that. Look how much play that is. And you guys, you can't feel it, but it is so gritty. And look, I'm turning it. It is not moving that hand. You see that? Now if I go this way, look, I turned that way and it moved the opposite darn direction. Look at that. That's so bad. I gotta push in to try to turn the date, and look at how that hand jumped forward and then it turns the date, and boom, it went 3 days and now I can't turn it no more because it's screwed all the way down. This watch is a hot mess. I cannot recommend this watch. This particular one, like I said, sample size of 1, but I've been seeing on the internet that there is a lot of issues with this sucker. Guys, I personally, I don't even know what I can do with this. I'm not going to sell this to somebody. This thing is a hot mess. So I can't put this problem on somebody. Maybe I can give it to them and say, hey, if you think you can fix it or you want to fix it, give it to somebody, or somebody that doesn't care about the time and they just want to rock it like that. But man, it is no bueno, guys. Unfortunately, I wanted to like this watch a lot because it does look a lot like the Rolex Daytona. But in this particular case, I think I got a lemon. But again, one of the benefits of getting this watch, I never would have known how good and how well a Rolex Daytona wore on my wrist unless I actually had one. And of course, you can't find them at the ADs because they're all sold out. They're super expensive. I may never get to even try on a Daytona in my life. I don't know. But this gave me the basic feel, dimensions, size, weight, look of a real Daytona. And if I ever get a lot of money and I'm feeling froggy, I might get me one. But hey guys, if you like this type of content, please, I can't even do it. I can't do it. Let me put this watch back on and try that over again. All right. Hey guys, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And as always, rock that watch.